Big Drew.
Hello.
How you doing? Welcome board on the Frontline Radio once again. I was telling the listeners it wouldn't be an anniversary without Big Drew coming on and bless on the Frontline once again for another year.
Well, nephew, you know it's a must. Year to year is a must. From strength to strength.
Hey, so what's been going on? Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to your bouncing baby daughter. Happy New Year to your family and thing. What's been going on?
Nothing much here. Honestly, I've been on a little hiatus from the music, but getting back into it. As a matter of fact, I think he got wind of the first release on the press play rhythm for 2014.
Of course, that's the reason why. That's the reason why we had to contact Big Drew, because we see a big name on the rhythm, which is Big Drew, so we had to hit up Big Drew.
Much appreciated. Always appreciate love.
So tell us about the rhythm.
It's a mid-tempo dance type track. It's feel good music.
Okay.
Produced by Iron Tracks. Name of the rhythm is called Press Play, and I believe there are 5 official tracks released on the rhythm.
Yes, there's 5 official tracks on the rhythm. I can't tell you who's on the rhythm off the top of my head, but there is 5 tracks on the rhythm itself.
Yes.
So and I'll tell you, it's been a while since you actually released anything new.
True statement. Yeah. And technically this song isn't new either, because the track has been recorded for like the past 2 years now, I think.
Okay.
Because I was one of the first people to record on the rhythm, and I think we'll wait for everybody else to finalize their stuff.
Well, Big Drew, you and I know a certain somebody on the outside, and I didn't know this until I told him that you was coming on the program. You and I know Mr. George Luke.
Yes.
And he was telling me that he was your manager back in the day. And I was like, wow, you actually managed Big Drew. I wanted to manage him.
Well, listen, it's never too late. It's never too late.
Of course, it's never too late, because he was saying to me, Big Drew is a guy with a lot of talent. He knows his onions, so to speak. He knows his P and Qs, and he's very good. And he was saying to me, it was a pleasure having managing you as an artist. And between you and I'm hoping to see you for Atlantic City Carnival this year to bring you down, because I agree with him. I mean, you are an incredible talent. Which is I don't understand why you're there lurking in the background. You should put yourself up in the forward, man, because not only that, because you just do some good freestyle. And before I let you go on Frontline Radio, you had to sing something for a freestyle for the birthday, right? But George Luke sent his regards, and he says, big up the man, Big Drew's a good guy on the business. Auntie Ann in Hamilton said, I hope Big Drew's coming on Frontline Radio. I said, yes, don't worry, Auntie Ann. Big Drew is coming on Frontline Radio. So you have a follower. So what's really going on with you? What's happening, Big Drew?
Well, nephew, I think I'm a bit too straightforward. So what happens, as I always like to say, I like to leave politics for the politicians.
Right. And I'm glad you said that, because there's a lot of politics or politics, so to speak, in the soca industry, and you're a guy that would say if A is A, A is A, right? So like you said, you're very outspoken, and you say how you feel.
Right. 2 and 2 is 4, and it could never add up to 5 no matter how you try.
That's right. that is so right. So what I will say to you is that I think you should continue doing what you're doing, because I myself to stay out of the politics, and I always do something. I always come away from the politics and do something outside. So for instance, I'm based in the UK, so I always do my stuff in Europe. So I go outside of London and do things like in Manchester, Birmingham and so forth, and leave them fellas to it. So what I say to you is that you keep on doing what you're doing, and you focus outside of Trinidad and Tobago and continue producing great tracks and supporting all the smaller carnivals on the outside, including Caribana in Toronto as well. And come through that way. and then eventually people will recognize you and say, "Hey, Big Drew, what guy?" And then you have the upper hand then to say X, Y, and Z. You understand?
That is a true statement, nephew. And to just touch on it a little more. What's funny is that honestly, I got to a point with it where I realized that I was no longer doing it for the love of the music itself.
Right.
That's when I kind of take a pause because how I initially met you actually was when I first started doing this, and I had established links in Sweden, Switzerland, and all kind of crazy corners of the world where I had DJs and radio programs hitting me up, and then I was doing it for the love of it. But somewhere along the line, I lost my focus, and I think I was getting caught up in the whole trying to compete thing. So I had to kind of step back from it and find that original love that drove me to the music. I could get back to the whole feel good vibes.
Right.
So I got time for the politics.
Of course. So what I'll say to you, you just keep on jamming, man. Don't give up. Keep on jamming. And of course, you have good people behind you. You have George Luke. You have myself, the Mighty Hitman. And we gonna steer you in the right direction, man. And like I said, I hope to see you for Atlantic City Carnival, so don't stick. Hey!
Make the links and I'm there, nephew. Trust me. Make the links and I'm there. But before I leave, once again, happy anniversary to the entire FrontLine family.
Thank you very much.
Big up, Happy New Year. And look out for the first release from the boss coming out in spring of this year.
Okay.
I have a track coming out.
Okay, so Big Drew, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time off from the FrontLine Radio. Before I let you go, do your big ups, and of course, we can't let you go without doing a little freestyle for the FrontLine Radio and introduce your track every time.
Alright. Large up Iron Tracks. Large up all the producers that still support me to this day, even though I kind of fall back for a little bit, but I'm about to get back on it. And we'll keep it really simple. Stations come and stations go, but this is FrontLine Radio. What it is, well, they don't know. Enough selection, plenty flow. Them other stations best get out of sight. FrontLine Radio, you dynamite. Yeah, happy anniversary to the FrontLine. Brand new release, press play rhythm, every time.